Greetings, entities and guardians. My name is HyperHimes, and welcome back to Cookie Run Kingdom. So this video, of course, it's going to be one of those overview videos because, I mean, recently, not only did we get Crimson Coral Cookie, but we also got Frill Jellyfish Cookie as well. And we're going to be talking about one of those cookies today. Specifically, we're going to be talking about Crimson Coral since I unlocked her first. However, actually, before I get into that, there is something I do want to mention. I don't know where Crimson Coral is, but the thing is, I'm going to be searching for her later. But there's something I want to mention that I didn't even notice. So, apparently, I added a little bit more music to my kingdom. I'm not sure if another track's going to play in a little bit. I don't think so. But I just added more to the playlist. And I was searching through the music hall, going like, huh. You know, I think there'd be more music here. Thinking like, huh. You know, it only goes up to like World 8 and stuff. And like, it's only like Arena stuff, Guild stuff, Tower of Sweet Chaos, and Terror of Depths. I was curious, like, why wasn't there more music? Well, apparently, if you didn't know this, there actually is more music that you can unlock, but you have to buy them. You click on album list, and then you see literally everything. Dark One, this is going to be, you know, World 9, World 10, World 11, World, I think like World 9, 10, I think 11 and 12 maybe, I don't know, 13, 14, whatever the case is. And then there's more, you know, the Cream Republic, Lantern in the Snow, City of Wizards, everything you need, the Summer Soda Rock Festa, every single volume, by the way. And each one contains 10 songs, and you do have to buy them using crystals. This one costs 4,000. So, unless if you have the spare crystals, you can afford some of these, and luckily, in fact, I don't think even luckily, you can't even listen to the tracks, because you can't get like a sneak peek at them, unfortunately, which kind of sucks, because I wish you can get a preview of them just so you can, like, you know, play them, but unfortunately, that's not the case. I'm sorry, I just wanted to show that off, because I thought that was kind of ridiculous, but and it's whatever. But anyway, with this being said, we're going to be doing a whole entire overview video on Crimson Coral Cookie. And if you're wondering, I'm not going to be reading comments on this video, mainly because I want this video to be solely dedicated to me talking about the cookie, you know, looking at some of her quotes, looking at what she does in battle, upgrading her, telling off her story, and her skill description, and stuff like that. And even some overworld sprites. So, I do at least want to mention, look at that carrying animation. She's like very prepared to stab you. She's going to cut you. Evil, even though she's actually very nice. Anyway, with that being said, I will at least say that if you want to leave your questions and comments down in the comment section below, of course I'm getting the hiccups, of course, feel free to do so. It can be a random question, a random comment, a random fact, something about me, something about the game, something entirely different. Doesn't really matter, because as long as we're having a fun time at the end of the day, and we appreciate being around each other from community to creator and creator to community, that's what matters the most. So still, leave your comments down below, because I can read them in still other videos. It's fine. So, anyway, with that being said, let's put you down real quickly here. Let's take a gander at some of your quotes, because I'm curious at what you're going to say.
Stay back, or you might get hurt.
Are you talking about stay back from you, or do you just mean from the ocean? Because both I'll agree with. I mean, literally just from how I'm picking you up, it really looks like you're about to stab. I mean, then again, I am a human. I'm pretty sure at this point, mermaids do not have a good association relationship with humans after, Actually, no, it's not humans, it's land cookies. But technically, I do walk on land, so it kind of does make sense.
Looking back, I see our shortcomings so clearly.
Yeah, I mean, there are some flaws. Like, even if I haven't seen the entirety of the Mermaid's Tale story yet, even though I'm pretty sure I'm getting close to seeing the entirety of it, I'm pretty sure there were some flaws back in the day that could have been fixed, but I will mention, you know, hey, flaws are what make us human. Of course, we can't live a life without having to experience flaws in our life. And also, if anyone's wondering why she's level 3, it's just because she did some random tasks around the kingdom and that made her get a level up.
This place is nothing like Tear Crown.
Listen, do you want me to take you to the place that's closest like Tear Crown? I can take you over there. This is, I should definitely do a Plug Dynasty video at some point, but this is your best place, and I guess I can't put you in the water. And immediately you start cleaning the place. You know what? Shout outs to you. That really proves that you really do love this ocean area. But yeah, if you do like it, I can't put you on top of the tower, unfortunately. But yeah, that's how I know you must like it. And also, what do you look like sitting down in here? Yes, right next to the Tower of Frozen Waves. It's perfect. It's so perfect for you. It's the closest you can get to at least relaxing near some water. Just don't go too near that water tsunami thing, because that might be dangerous. Can I get you out? Okay, there we go. Okay, back to it.
Traces of the sea can be found in all waters.
Well, yeah, at least on, I'm not sure if it compares to Earth, but to Earth, there's literally like 70% or 60% water covering the entirety of Earth. I'm pretty sure it's more 70%, so it makes sense where all the water comes from.
The wave barrier is gone. There never was one, you say?
No, there was really never. I mean, if you're talking about this thing, this is kind of our only quote-unquote wave barrier. I mean, technically our only barrier is just, you know, this flat of land that kind of separates the ocean part from the land part, in which it would be a struggle for everyone to try and build up to.
White Pearl Cookie? Is that you?
Yeah, she's around somewhere. Do we know where White Pearl is? Can we get you to, no, that's Pattaya. Where did I put White Pearl Cookie? I know White Pearl Cookie should be in the kingdom. Probably working on one of the, building aspects and stuff. If only I can find her. I know she's around here. I know if I want to, like, shove you into, White Pearl's face, I definitely could. Actually, can I? If only I can find her, that is. Do I actually have her turned off? Because I'll actually be upset if I have her turned off. I'll like, legit, I will be. No, she's working on oh, she's on a trip. Dang it! Of course I had to send. Oh, it was because I was trying to do quests, that's why. Oh, she'll be back in 2 hours, don't worry.
Stay back, or you might get hurt.
I know.
The wave barrier is gone. How peaceful. But one must always be on guard.
Oh, don't worry, we have guards on deck. You see this? We have guards on deck right here. Especially protecting our King Custard III.
Traces of the sea can be. Stay back.
I know.
The wave barrier is gone. This place is not. Are you trying to anger me?
I'm just trying to activate your quotes. It's not like I'm trying to, like, force you to talk. I'm just saying I want to know what you can say.
How peaceful. First time seeing a gem mermaid?
Black Pearl Cookie counts, right? Because that's the first time I've seen a gem mermaid. And then after that, it was you, and then it was the other gem mermaids. But, hey, you still look all astonishing.
Are you trying
No.
a two-legged cookie? Don't come near.
Okay. I just threw Cotton away. I don't know where she is, but she probably just got yeeted into the back rooms. Okay, well, don't worry. The two-legged cookie is gone. You don't have to worry about me, because I'm not a cookie in the game, unfortunately. But, yeah.
Traces of the sea can. This place is. The wave
Is that it?
barrier. First time. Stay back. Stay back. White Pearl.
I think that
Cookie.
might be it,
The
honestly.
Traces of the sea can be a two-legged.
Okay, so if that's really it just for the overworld quotes, I think I could just...
White traces are. The wave barrier
Alright,
is
and
gone.
okay, that's really nothing left there. So we're just gonna go ahead and see some of your quotes, because she has different quotes in her little information menu screen, as you can see.
Black Pearl Cookie. Is that what she's called now?
Yeah, my bet is, even though I haven't seen the rest of the story yet, my bet is that she kind of just ditched the rest of the mermaids just to take care of, like, her own place in the Duskgloom Sea. That's my assumption after taking care of that area, and just left Tear Crown. Because I'm pretty sure, like, you know, she didn't destroy the rest of the mermaids, because right now Crimson Core is just like, huh, that's what she goes by? Whatever, she probably still misses her.
Never again will I fall for the tricks of two-legged cookies.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not saying that you should fall for the tricks of two-legged cookies, but I'm just saying that you shouldn't fall for the tricks of sailors. Because they are overly greedy, let me tell you.
You've entered our waters without a hint of fear.
Well, honestly, on any normal occasion, I would, but knowing you, I'd probably trust you a lot.
All of us were born from the sea's embrace.
Now, looking at your tail and the giant seahorse, I wonder why. I wonder why you would be born from the sea's embrace.
You will see the true strength of gem mermaids.
I hope I do, because we're going to throw you in battle real quick, and you're a defense front, so I really... Actually, will you be able to combat against, like, you know, be better than Hollyberry or Wildberry or any defense cookies? Because if that's the case, maybe you might have some usage.
You've entered our waters.
I know.
Never again. I was the first to be blessed with powers from the sea.
Okay, so let me ask you something. Were you blessed with the seahorse? Did the seahorse come along, like, at the same moment you were blessed? Because that also has a giant gem. Or is that something separate? Because you have a gem on your chest, but that has a gem on its forehead. Maybe it's a pearl. I don't know.
I have left the Duskgloom Sea and come here far away.
It's bold of you to actually enter into the land where there's a lot of two-legged roaming cookies going around. Like, there's only so many cookies who actually don't have two legs. Actually, what would you think about Fig Cookie? They have 4 legs.
I was the first. Whales! Split the waves and destroy the enemy.
Don't worry, Peppermint Cookie's nearby. He could probably, they'll probably help you summon up a whale and, do something worth your time.
I have seen incredibly greedy and selfish land cookies.
Right? Don't you just hate him? Because anyone I see who has a hint of greed in him, I will probably slap him in the face and also give him a slap of reality where friendship matters way more than just, like, money and stuff. By the way, we're nearly 10 minutes into the video, so I'm going to read a common question of the day real quick, which, in my personal opinion, I just ask it for all these flipping overview videos. What is your general opinion on Crimson Coral Cookie? Because, personally, I genuinely do like her. Like, first of all, just from a design-wise, literally like ballin', like straight up. She reminds me of like the ocean version of Dark Enchantress Cookie because, you know, the crimson reds and blacks. But the thing is, she's actually not an antagonist. She's actually like a dedicated like freaking warrior. Like she's actually like amazing. Also holding the trident, the war seahorse. Basically the definition I would say of like a mermaid leader who would definitely lead troops into war. Like no joke. All of them would fight for her. And all of them would fight for Tear Crown. And just as a voice, it's like voice actor, genuinely love the voice. Attitude, love it, because, you know, it's a hint of bravery and seriousness, but also you can tell that she cares. And also, just in general, I haven't seen what she does in battle yet, but I am curious. But if you have already seen what she does in battles, then feel free to comment down below, because I'm very curious to know what your opinion on it. So, I don't know if there's any other quotes I can look at.
I have seen, and the wreckage left behind reminds me of our great defeat.
Yeah. Those stupid sailors most likely did that. It was either the sailors, or it was Black Pearl. Either way, Tear Crown is goofed.
I have seen, and all of us were born from the sea's embrace.
Well, probably you and the gem mermaids, I would say. I don't think humans were.
All of us were never again. You've entered our world.
I think that may be it. I'm pretty sure. Okay. Well, with that being said, let's just go ahead and talk about the story real quick. Talk about the skill description, do some upgrading, and then we'll talk about how she does in battle, because I'm very curious. Okay. According to her story, which voice actor is Megan Hensley. Nice name. According to her story, hearken to me, Legion of Tear Crown. The echo of Crimson Coral Cookie's stern voice rolls above the crashing waves, summoning a great host of seahorses, marlins, and whales to protect the treasured kingdom of the Gem Mermaids. Born with a crimson coral, this cookie has vowed to protect her home waters and all denizens of the oceans. Even the almighty sea herself bowed in respect. In every battle, Crimson Coral Cookie is at the forefront, bravely wielding her spear from the back of a trusty seahorse companion. The Gem Mermaid's heart softens only when she is with her beloved sisters. Some even say that they have seen a faint shadow of a smile on the face of Tear Crown's most stalwart protector. Oh, that's adorable. But also, I really do like how the story says, you know, she's always at the forefront of battle, because it does represent her class very well, being defense, because defenders are obviously usually at the front of the battle taking all the damage. So I do gotta appreciate that. Nice, you know, good connection between the story and also the class type. Anyway, this is what her skill is, being a somber affection, which that's really not what I expected from her skill, but at least from the name, I thought it'd be more war-ridden, if that makes sense, like fight-filled. But Somber Affection says, Crimson Coral Cookie's sisters will lend their powers to the Crimson Spear, piercing enemies and dealing damage. Afterwards, Crimson Coral Cookie will cast an HP shield to the two allies with the highest attack, excluding herself, equal to a portion of her water-type skill damage. If Crimson Coral Cookie is the only cookie at the front line, she and her allies will gain a coral armor buff. Additionally, her coral armor size and weight will reduce the effect of knockback and flying. When Crimson Coral Cookie is using her skill, she is not affected by attack speed change and will become resistant to interrupting effects. So, as far as I know, I think she's a lot more reliable once you use her as herself, because if you can just get her by herself, you can also get her coral armor buff, which apparently applies to not only herself, but her allies, I think? Yeah, her and her allies will gain coral armor, and that'll make it so that they can take more damage, reducing flying and knockback, but also, apparently, pierces them with a spear, but also provides a shield to 2 HPs with the highest attack, which I'm pretty sure if they're also going to be your middle cookies, like if 2 of your middle cookies have like the highest attack, which I think would be good if they were rangers or magic users and stuff, I think that would be very versatile and useful. So I could definitely see that working well in battle. So let's go ahead and give you some XP jellies, get you to level, eat food.
We should reinforce the wave barrier.
Well, I mean, if we're reinforcing the weight barrier, we also got to reinforce you, because you definitely deserve it. Here you go.
My black coral seahorse has gotten even stronger too.
That's interesting, because you're telling me all you need to do is eat yourself, and I mean, like, you need to just eat the food yourself, and your horse gets stronger as well. That's kind of interesting. I'm kind of questioning it, but to each their own. And here you go. Here's some more. You also, like I said, you know, well, I didn't say it yet, but like there's level up quotes, and for some reason network connection unstable again, because I know it's gonna pop up, because if the dog is running that fast or just that stagnant, that means it's about to pop up. 3, 2, 1, and there it is. I called it too. Come on, just eat the food. Oh my god, are you? What is going on? Literally had to restart the whole stupid game just to make it work. There we go.
Power washes over me. Just like the sea itself.
Thought you were talking about an actual power washer, but I don't know why the game just decided to go like, no, we're just gonna derp hard, and we're just gonna go like, you know what? we're gonna just not make you feed anything to a mermaid. Network connection unstable, because you definitely need a working network connection just so you can feed, just so you can eat. How does that make any sense?
We should reinforce the wave barrier.
We should reinforce the network connection, let me tell you.
Power washes over me. Just like this. We should reinforce the wave barrier.
Just like the wave barrier.
Can I share this with my sisters?
I mean, if you want to, sure. In fact, if you want, you could just go ahead and share all of this with the sisters. Share every single bit. We're gonna get you up to level 30. Hopefully this can actually work now.
The urge to protect the kingdom is what gave me strength.
I can understand that, and luckily you are strong enough now. So now you're at 15,000, but we're also going to give you a big buff in the power right here. Boom, level 30. So you went from 15,000 all the way to 26,636. Okay, that should be fine. Even without toppings, I think we should still be capable of going through some level just to test you out. I apologize for that error. I literally have no idea what the heck happened. Literally, that's one of the first times and only times it's ever happened. I wish it's the only time it ever happened because I don't want to have to go through that garbage again. Okay, level 6 time. We're going to set it to cookie number 3, and I'm going to remove everyone here except for Crimson Coral, and also Crimson Coral has a few lines where you can just set her out on the field, and she'll say some stuff.
I have the sea's protection on my side.
That's true, because you do come from the sea.
Eel Legion, destroy everything in your path.
Oh, you said Eel Legion? I guess, yeah, it's a legion of eels, but you think someone like Mystic Opal would be commanding that, because her hair is literally eels.
Eel Legion. Destroy. I have the sea's protection on my side.
Is it just 2?
I have the sea's
It might be just 2.
I have the sea's
I think it's just...
on my side.
Really?
Eel Legion. I have the
Maybe I'm just
sea's
unlucky.
on to win is to defend.
I thought you said to win is to defend. I think it's to win is to defend. It's weird how you just go into edit and she's just kind of floating there. Then you go back, seahorse. Just all of a sudden suddenly appears. Okay, I think it'll do pretty well. Obviously, since we're just doing this overpowered level. And by that, I mean using an overpowered cookie on under-leveled level, if that makes sense. But we can go ahead and check out her skill. So, normal damage, they look like this. Yeah, big poke with a spear. Clears out a lot of enemies. Boom. Can she reach? Okay, good, she can reach. Alright, now, let's use the skill.
I will end this battle.
Oh my gosh, it actually does some of the other mermaids, too. Look at all the buffs. Crit down, damage down. Where's it? Oh, damage down? Oh, yeah. And also, a coral is under her, too. Oh, when she slides, she has a little wave effect. That's actually really cool. Boop. Here we go. Yeah, she has coral underneath her, and we have monument of encounter buffs. Cool. Coral armor, max HP up, water type attack damage up, crit damage down. It's interesting how she has a couple debuffs, but... Oh, maybe that means, like, received damage is down. I think that's what it means. I don't know.
This victory shall be remembered for centuries to come.
Well, as long as the video gets uploaded and doesn't get deleted in that time, then I'm pretty sure it will be remembered for centuries. But whatever, as long as the internet still exists within that time. But with that being said, I think I'm going to end the video here. I feel like with enough upgrading and also versatility on defense, she can actually be utilized very well, especially with the 2 other cookies that are in the middle and also who are the highest attacking cookies, because you can just get some instant support, instantly just bearing on defense. You can probably make it so that, you know, your middle 2 cookies are like decent attackers, and then the last 2 are like good supports, like maybe like Cream Puff and Pure Vanilla, or Cream Puff and Parfait. Like, I feel like any of those can work, and as long as your middle 2 attackers are just, you know, still 2 attackers, and I think it'd be fine. But I think it has to be like she has to be at the main front though, which is kind of a problem because you probably won't be able to use charge cookies. But let's just read. If Crimson Coral Cookie is the only cookie at the front line, she and her allies will gain a coral armor buff, which that might be tough because that means I think most charges will not be like viable, because they'll also have to be a step ahead. But I think she can still be a good defense cookie nonetheless. But with that being said, can you float in the water? Of course you can for some reason. And when she moves, the seahorse. Of course. But with that being said, I guess I'll end the video right there. There are other ways to utilize her, but of course I'm not smart enough to use that. And of course, seahorse floats on top of the tree, I think. Well, can she not? Well, she would. Oh, well, you know what, that counts. She's on top of the tree, yes. If you enjoy the video, then please be sure to leave a like on it, and also share the video with your friends who enjoy my kick run content. And if you enjoy my content in general, why not subscribe and also hit the bell icon and be notified of whatever I do in the future. There's also in the description a link to all my social media, a link to my merchandise, a link to a Discord server called the Hypenese Hub, and a link to a Twitter post where if it gets 10,000 likes, I can get the kick run YouTube set for absolutely free. But above all else, I will see you entities and guardians in the next video. Hail the Hypenese.